Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm talking to you about my top 10 picks for September 21st, 2022 new release comics. And I'm excited like always. I'm excited about every Wednesday. I just love comic books and I love talking to you guys about comic books. So, like the video, comment down below what you are picking up this week, and please subscribe. I'm trying to get up to that 500 so we could do a really big giveaway, and I'll be really excited if we could do something like that. So please subscribe. Now let's dive into my top 10, starting with number 10, Creepshow number 1. This is a new mini-series by Image, and it's going to have short tales that were inspired by the show Creepshow. Now, there's a new version of Creepshow on Shudder. It's a movie app, TV app, and unfortunately I don't have it, so I haven't been able to see the new ones, but I loved the old Creepshow, so I'm incredibly excited for this. This one's going to have two different tales, one about these trick-or-treaters, and this other one about this clown that has more of an appetite than just cake. So they sound like really fun short stories, and I'm hoping they're creepy and spooky for the Halloween season coming up, and I think that'd just be a really fun treat. And my number 9 spot, it's going to go to Deceased, War of the Undead Gods, number 2. Okay, number 1, it was so, happy, and I was excited, and I was like, everyone's getting back together, and they're being saved, but at the same time, absolutely terrifying, because all the new gods are just completely have the virus, and now we're going to have to deal with Darkseid. We knew Darkseid was going to be a big bad, but nothing like this. And it seems like the only way to stop him is for the Yellow Lanterns and the Green Lanterns to actually work together, which I don't know how that's going to happen. I also just really loved seeing Big Bart and Mr. Miracle together again. I thought that was really sweet. So really looking forward to seeing how this ramps up into its crazy event that it already is. So really excited to see that. In my number 8 spot, it's going to go to Bloodshot Unleashed number 1. This is a brand new Valiant comic, and I haven't been able to talk about Valiant much on my show, but I really like Valiant. I have been reading Valiant for a while, and Bloodshot was one of the first ones that I got really introduced to. I read Bloodshot Salvation, which is an incredible run. If you haven't read it, highly recommend it. Has one of my most memorable issues in that run of all time. But this one, I'm really looking forward to, because this is going to be the first ever mature readers Bloodshot, instead of just teen plus or whatever. We're actually getting a mature rating, which, it could be really big. It could be very violent and intense and gory, and I'm really hyped for that. I think that's going to be really cool. Bloodshot's meant to be that way, and so now that we're getting that, it's super exciting. Also, John Davis Hunt, he did a great job on Shadow Man, so I'm really excited to see his art and what he has to bring to the table for Bloodshot. I think that'll be really cool. In my number 7th spot, it's going to go to Star Wars Hyperspace Stories number 2. I liked number 1. I did not enjoy the art very much, so I'm hoping the art's going to get a little bit better. But this is a different story. Each one's going to be a different one-shot story. And the last one was more about the Clone Wars, and this one's going to have Luke and Leia in it. So we're kind of taking a time jump into the future and with the Galactic Empire. So the Emperor is one of my favorite characters. I absolutely love him, and I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Will Luke and Leia survive, which we probably know they will, and what's going to happen with the Empire. So really liking this, and I like the fact that it's for everyone to be able to read, and I got kids coming in here wanting Star Wars books, and they finally aren't able to get one, so that is a blessing in disguise for me. In my number 6 spot, it's going to go to Radiant Black number 18. I love Radiant Black. I think Radiant Black is so fun, such an adult Power Ranger storyline, and this issue I'm really excited for, because we're going to get the secret origin of Radiant Yellow. Now, we haven't learned much about Radiant Yellow for a while now. We got introduced to him a while back, but we haven't gotten any concrete info about him, so I am incredibly excited to see how this plays out. It looks like we're going to go from 1979 to 2020 to 2023, and I'm really looking forward to this character. I hope they are just as interesting as all the other Radiant characters. In my number 5 spot, it's going to go to Xterminators number 1. Now, they got some great covers for this. I love the Art Adams X23 cover, and I really like the Scotty Young. I'm not too sold on the story just yet, but I am really looking forward to hopefully a different paced X-Men book. I've been having trouble with these X-Men books. I feel like they're all very one note. They're all kind of the same thing, so I'm kind of looking for something different. And this seems to be like it. Seems like Jubilee, Boom Boom, take Dazzler out on Night Out of Town. However, they end up getting captured. And I'm pretty sure that means X23 is going to be the one to save them. And I kind of like that dynamic. I think X23 is a badass, so I'm just really excited to see her more in action and not so much just in the background, because that's kind of all she has been, and yeah, it's been kind of like meh for me. So really hope that this turns out well. In my number 4 spot, it's going to go to Batman One Bad Day Two-Face number 1. Now, the Riddler one came out last month, and that was by Tom King Mishards. This one is going to be by Mariko Tamaki and Javier Fernandez. I'm really excited. I thought I wasn't going to like them as much as I did. I loved the Riddler one. Now, I never saw Riddler as scary, and that book really made Riddler scary, which was like really cool to me. And now Two-Face is going to be an interesting one as well, because Two-Face to me has always been a very sympathetic character. You always feel for him, and you never know whether to like root him on or to like be totally ashamed of liking him. So I'm really excited to see them take away the aspect of Two-Face and just have like Harvey Dent scarred, and maybe he acts differently, but maybe he doesn't. So that seems like a really interesting take on him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play with that. I'm pretty sure, you know, Two-Face is going to come back, but I still like that dynamic. I think it's a unique way of storytelling, and I'm really excited for it. And my number 3 spot is going to be Stuff of Nightmares number 1. This is a brand new Boom book written by none other than R.L. Stine. Now, if you're as old as me, or maybe slightly older, you read Goosebumps. Like, Goosebumps was the shit. I would go to the Scholastic Fair and pick up all my Goosebumps. So, having R.L. Stine writing comics, and not only that, it is his first single issue, independent, creator-owned comic. It should be so fun. I'm expecting such a blast. I loved his Man-Thing run a while back, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what he has just wrapped up in that head of his that I've missed so much as a child. And I know this is kind of like a nostalgia thing, but I am so excited to see what he brings to the comic book universe. And I think it's just a perfect milestone for him to come into the comic book world. So really looking forward to this. Hopefully it's just as spooky as Goosebumps was. In my number 2 spot, it's going to go to Harley Quinn 30th Anniversary Special. This is a one-shot, and it is $10. However, there is so many great covers in this. You got Adam Hughes, J. Scott Campbell, Amanda Connor, Stefan Sajak, you have Art Germ, you have so many people, Frank Cho, and those covers are all phenomenal. I don't know how people are going to choose which covers, because, man, they're incredible. And, you know, it's her 30th birthday. It's really exciting because everyone really likes Harley Quinn. Everyone loves her with Poison Ivy too. You got the TV show going on right now. So I think this is just a really fun book to pick up and like read from all the past Harley Quinn writers, because that's like so fun to like remember, like, oh, remember when Harley was doing that, and when Harley was doing that. Like, I just absolutely love it. And let's not forget that incredible Bruce Timm cover. I mean, animated series, the shit. He is the reason why Harley Quinn is around, and I'm just really, really excited to see how all of this plays out. Now, before I get to my number 1, a few honorable mentions. If you're getting Axe, Judgment Day number 5 comes out this week. Berserker number 10, Keanu, still doing a good job. We're almost at the end, so I'm really excited to see how that ends. Chilling Adventures, Weirder Mysteries. I am a Archie horror fan. I'm really excited we're getting more. Edge of Spider-Verse number 4. There's going to be some unique brand new characters again. Eternus number 1. This is the Andy Serkis Scout comic. Looks incredibly interesting. I'm really excited to see how that plays out. Ice Cream Man number 32. Love, love, love this book. Public Domain number 4. Chip Zdarsky killing it. Star Wars Mandalorian number 3. I love those Baby Grogu covers. Strange number 6. After that reveal of the last issue, man, I'm excited to see what happens. And Wind Thrown in the Sky number 2. I mean, James Tynion killing it like always. And in my number 1 spot is none other than Vanish number 1. I've been waiting for this book for almost 2 years now. Ryan Stegman and Donny Cates had a podcast a while back, and as I was listening to that podcast, they kind of essentially created this comic while on there, and it just sounded so cool. They are the creators of the last Venom run, you know, one of the most popular Venom runs of all time, and they're back at it with a creator own. Super hyped. Main character, Oliver Harrison. He was a mythical hero back in his time, but he's kind of hit puberty, and that was then when he was younger. Now, as an adult, he kind of lives an average life. He lives in a suburban home, and he's mentally unstable. He has massive paranoia, smokes like crazy, and he gets blackout drunk every single night. But what happened to that old superhero? And why is there this team called Prestige? And they're like always in his head. And what is this fantasy that has to do with his childhood? So it really seems like they are blending modern comics with like the old school Image 90s comics, the feel you got from like Spawn back in the day. It definitely seems like they're embracing that, but they're bringing in magical worlds, gifted youths, evil sorcerers, superheroes, war, blood, guts, and death that punches you right in the face, and I love that. I think that's great, and I'm really hyped and really hopeful for this book. I really liked Donny Cates a while back. I think he has done some incredible work still. However, unfortunately, his newer stuff in the last like year or so just hasn't hit me like his older stuff. So I'm really hoping for this book to just like hit a home run and just be like that book that I want. So I am hyped for this. I want to know what you're hyped for. Check out all these comics and many more at your local comic book shop this Wednesday, September 21st. Have a great day.